If you've never been baptized, you have a saving experience ahead of you. We follow Jesus.
The message is timeless, and World Christian Broadcasting uses radio to send it everywhere.
We've got all these posts on Twitter. Cool stuff going here.
Now, digital technology adds a new dimension.
生命之光广播电台
I bring you warm greetings from the international home.
Broadcasting via stations KNLS in Alaska and Madagascar World Voice, and webcasting via the Internet.
How did you become a Christian?
Well, it's funny how God works.
World Christian Broadcasting sends a message of God's amazing grace over the air and online in 7 languages.
That amazing grace, so sweet the sound is the sweetest song I know.
This program is a production of World Christian Broadcasting.
Есть ли у Христа семейное древо?
在年少气盛的岁月里
هل يعبد المسيحيون ثلاثة آلهة؟
Hello, Dr. Jeffress. It's Paul at World Christian Broadcasting. How are you today?
Each day we're broadcasting on the radio around the world to people that are listening to our programs. While they listen, we encourage them to go online if they have internet access through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're even broadcasting on YouTube.
World Christian Broadcasting now transmits to the people of Brazil in their native language, Portuguese.
Hello, my name is Romulo Fontes. I am a senior producer of the radio program Palavra Alegre, in English, Happy Words. This program reaches Portuguese-speaking countries around the world, especially Brazil. Brazil is the sound of America. It has more than 200 million people. The best-known cities are Brasília, the capital, São Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro, where Christ the Redeemer statue can be seen. The radio program Palavra Alegre is an amazing opportunity to share Jesus' love.
Portuguese is one of 2 languages spoken in Latin America. The other is Spanish. Worldwide, almost 500 million people speak Spanish. Our Madagascar station beams our Spanish broadcast to South America, Central America, and Cuba. Rex Morgan.
I hear from radio listeners through letters and emails, and I hear that same kind of excitement coming across from them because they're out there looking for a radio program, and when they find it, they express that same joy. They found something that they were looking for in our programs. One dealing with depression found life is worth living. Another seeking a closer relationship to Jesus found Teach Me to Pray. While others trying to follow Jesus found the program A Lamp Unto My Feet. They hurry to our website, they listen to it again, and they share on social media. We have a very special button on our website. It's Free Bible Course. When a visitor clicks on this button, World Bible School enrollment page opens up.
In addition to the 2 language services that serve the Western Hemisphere, we have 5 more that serve Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Africa.
There are more than 1 billion people currently living in sub-Saharan Africa, and the emergence of internet access has provided the means to connect to millions of cell phone users. The World Bank estimates that more than 1 million people are on a cell phone at any given time. More Africans have access to mobile technology than clean water and sanitation. Even the poorest slums of sub-Saharan Africa now have internet services and mobile technology. We have built a website, www.africanpathways.org, to provide access to the people living in sub-Saharan Africa with our programs. Our programs include A Better Way and Health with Judy Akbabut.
Of all the world's languages, English comes closest to being universal. English is, for example, the official language of international civil aviation.
150.
There are 1.5 billion people who are, at the very least, conversational in English. English speakers are everywhere. English is the official language of the Asian and Pacific Rim countries of India, Pakistan, Papua New Guinea, and the Philippines, just to name a few. People who live in Asia are interested in many of the same topics as our people in the West. These topics include entertainment and pop culture, and more serious subjects such as terrorism or, say, a family dealing with a devastating illness. Here are some program samples.
I invite you to my lab, and you just kick things around.
Keisha Wright is a rising new star in Hollywood. She became a Christian. After coming back to acting with a new perspective, she achieved global recognition with her portrayal of Shuri in the Marvel Cinematic Universe films Black Panther.
Delete that footage.
And he steps into the auditorium and he keeps shooting. And all I can hear, because I'm fading, all I can hear is the gunfire going off and going off and going off.
I ran up, don't know why, I guess it was just a God thing. There was one confrontation between me and him.
What welled up within inside of you to take on this guy?
You know what, this is where I say it's definitely a God thing, because if I'd have been thinking clearly, I'd have been like, no.
What went through your mind when you heard the word cancer?
I'm gonna die.
Didn't want to really think it was leukemia. I wanted it to be something that could be treated.
And this one girl, I saw she had like no toys or anything like that. And we found out that she doesn't have parents. She's an orphan. And I wanted to help kids that are like that don't have toys to play with while they're in there. So I made Laura's Wish.
Her getting these things made her feel so loved and gave her something to do.
Once we get the listener's attention with the use of pop music and stories of universal interest, that opens the door to Bible teaching.
I believe those childhood stories he told me for years were real now. I gained a deeper knowledge of those stories. I believe the transfiguration of Jesus was like this kind of deeper knowledge.
The Arab world is a vast area of 22 countries, from Morocco in the west all the way to Iraq in the east. The population is about 423 million people. Half of them are under the age of 25. They are looking through things from their own perspective. They are questioning what used to be absolutes, like the existence of God, creation, man, the purpose of life. And one of our programs is called Science or Religion. We produced a new series called Where is the Truth? And we are trying to answer these questions in love.
The Russian language department broadcasts from transmitters in Alaska and Madagascar. We have great coverage with a strong signal. It covers not just the territory of Russia and the former Soviet Union republics, but most of Western Europe as well. Quite a number of Russian-speaking people live all around Europe these days, and they continue to listen to shortwave broadcasting. Our programming is created in a way that we can attract unbelievers with a simple, yet convincing message about Jesus Christ and the Bible in general.
About 1.5 billion Chinese live in 20 countries in East and Southeast Asia. Another 3 million Chinese live in Europe. They can choose from 9 hours of our Chinese program every day, 8 hours from Alaska and 1 hour from Madagascar. Listeners to the Chinese broadcast can hear stories of Jesus every day, sometimes in the forms of radio drama or traditional Chinese storytelling, other times through Bible reading. Programs about Christian living, which include interviews with guest speakers, are available daily via shortwave radio and via our website, smzg.org.
We love it when people listen, and especially when they take time to write to us. Here are 2 such messages we've received lately. From India. Reception is equally well, clear, and good in almost all parts of India as I traveled within the country. All program segments are very nice. Rob Scobie and Lucy Grant really have sweet and blessed voices. Keep up the good work. This thoughtful letter came to us from Germany. Thank you for your interesting program today. Fascinating was the view and the message of Andy Baker of counting days of our life versus eternity. I thank God for every day I live. To be thankful is great.
While much of our content is on the internet, many parts of the world do not have web access or have the internet restricted by the government. Our over-the-air broadcasts make use of the shortwave band of frequencies, which skip off the atmosphere, thus permitting long-distance transmission. Radio signals cross the borders of nations whose governments are hostile to Christianity. Shortwave radio sets are widespread and capable of picking up stations like ours. A listener can hear a shortwave broadcast in private in a repressive country, or in a free country. Entire communities can gather around a shortwave radio in villages that do not have FM radio, television, or the internet. I took a 13-day trip to Madagascar, and I had a great visit with our co-workers at station MWV. I came home overwhelmed with the expertise and skills of our staff working there. I thank Ma'afa, Hassana, and the 25 other great workers. They provided me with much joy as I witnessed their very professional and highly motivated work. On an earlier trip to our station in Alaska, KNLS, I found that same expertise, skill, and professionalism. Our staff members in Franklin, Tennessee, Anchor Point, Alaska, and Majunga, Madagascar work tirelessly to provide programming, both over the air and online. Content that's interesting to our listeners and embedded with the message of the gospel of Christ. We thank you for your continued prayers and support.
Amazing grace, so sweet the sound is the sweetest.